Matsya, it's being watched, the Person of Interest episode recap show. That's the name of this episode, Matsya, which translates into the law of fish. Like when a big fish eats a little fish, like in Feeding Frenzy, the law of the jungle, that kind of thing. Not entirely sure what this has to do with the plot of the episode. What's going on here has very little to do with that. Best I can figure is that with Elias now in jail, HR in the form of Captain Not Jerry is going around demanding pay from random criminals, and also Fusco is there, being a good little lackey / triple agent. We'll check in with him later. Our number this episode is Tommy Clay, who works on the Chucklemobile, this goofy armored car team that doesn't seem to take its job very seriously. These guys got jokes, they razz John a little. Totally unprepared if someone wants to steal all the money these dorks are trucking around, which means John is just a real buzzkill, no fun at all.
Hey, did you catch up on your beauty sleep, sunshine?
Not so much. I had a nightmare. I was working with a bunch of clowns.
It's like he's aware of some pressing danger or something. John and the goofballs pick up a real valuable shipment. The robbery is imminent, but they get to the end of their shift without any issue, making John look like a real nervous Nelly. Suddenly a bomb flips the truck, leaving John shell-shocked, and he's able to recover and shoot a couple of guys. Only to take a bullet from behind, from Tommy. He was behind the entire threat and walks off with the goods, leaving John and the driver to die. Back in the past, John and Stanton are still doing spy stuff, hanging out in dark rooms, when John checks his backup phone to see that Jessica left him a message. You know, his airport girlfriend that he can't stop thinking about? He calls her while she's crying about something, and he promises to come to her, but before he can leave, our two favorite spooks show up, Mark Snow and Alicia Corwin. They are both here to tell them about the very important assignment. They need to go into a bird flu quarantine zone in China and collect some tech, wait until nightfall, then signal for pickup. While they are kitting up, Mark pulls John aside and tells him he has a bonus objective. Stanton has been turned, and he needs John to retire her with a gun. So a very jumbled state of mind for John as he goes on what will be his last official mission. They sneak into the quarantine zone and head to the facility, which is full of murdered corpses. Looks like they were killed during lunch too. Nothing these two haven't seen before, but there's something about the circumstance and lighting that makes me think of that scene in Serenity when they discovered that planet where the government made the Reavers. Same eerie vibes. I guess spoilers for a 20-year-old movie in a franchise that might as well be dead, but for some reason they keep making board games about it. One of them is still hanging in there and mumbles something about a machine, and it's clear to us, the viewers, that all these people were killed because they discovered the machine, and the US has gone bug-fucked to make sure that knowledge doesn't get out there. Even the resources for this mission are being treated as expendable, as it turns out both Stanton and John were told to kill the other, and their signal for evac leads to a drone strike. They really should have seen this coming with all their talk of becoming obsolete.
Replaced by a push of a button, is that it?
What do you think?
I think we're still here.
John was only grazed by Stanton. He's able to get away from the facility and I guess quit the CIA since they assume he is dead. Sad about Stanton though. In the present, John wakes up in a hospital, not really any worse for wear, and Carter is there to fill him in. Tommy is on lam somewhere with the money and the other robbers, and Finch and her have been checking around, talking to his wife, hanging out at his favorite diner, and discover he's been having an affair with the pretty waitress. They honeypot him with a sexy photo and find out where he's hiding, but John gets there too late. Tommy's already killed all the other robbers and, oh hey Fusco, what are you doing here? The heist was actually an HR job, and he's here to pick up the cut. John informs that Tommy is on the run, so now Captain Not Jerry is chasing Tommy down too. The waitress Ashley just bought $5,000 in sporty luggage, so the plan is clear. He's making a run for it. John gives her a little not at all threatening visit, and she claims that Tommy cut her out too. This guy can't stop betraying people. We finally got coordinates on this little shit. He's at the wrestling gym. They call Carter for backup, but she gets waylaid by Mark Snow and his bitch friend, the one who shot John in the stomach for no goddamn reason. Cannot keep the feds out of this precinct. They're here to brag about knowing where John is and how they're gonna get him. John's at the gym, tossing Tommy around and asking him what he thinks he's doing. Stabbing people in the back over and over doesn't work. Eventually run out of people to trust. Tommy gives him a shitty little grin because he does think he has someone he could trust, Ashley, who is standing behind John with a gun. Then things start getting cartoonish with the number of people being shot by people. It's crazy. Ashley is actually super evil, so she shoots Tommy, and then tries to leave with the money and gets shot by Captain Not Jerry, who finds John incapacitated and almost shoots him, but then Fusco shoots him instead. Rest in peace, Captain Not Jerry. Now I don't need to figure out your actual name. It's fine. Fusco shot him with Ashley's gun, so no serious consequences for anyone. All of our main characters can walk out of this bloodbath unscathed. There sure are a lot of dead bodies, though. Like nearly every non-main character died. I think the driver is going to be okay, but...
Did we actually accomplish anything here?
Well, let's see what Mark Snow is doing. Breaking into an apartment where he thinks John is. He's been told a former CIA asset lives here, but this doesn't look like John's stuff. I don't think John owns any high heels. Oh, fuck! It's Stanton! She's also alive and in New York. Oh no, what's she gonna do? Oh, she's gonna capture Mark Snow? Okay, continue what you're up to, Stanton. We'll see you in season 2, I guess. Next episode, we finally figure out what happened to Jessica and why John is super sad about it, because so far we've seen no reason to believe she died tragically or anything. Like, she's married to this one guy and he seemed fine. Oh, he wasn't fine? Oh. Fuck, this is gonna be sad, isn't it? You're being watched.
You are being watched.